Hey guys, what is up? Mike here. Thanks for tuning in to another video. I think this topic is going to be very helpful, enlightening, and motivating for a lot of aspiring designers, anyone who is getting into UI, UX design, freelancing, etc. And this is a topic of you don't have to code anymore. All right, there's other things that you should be focusing on. Let me explain. Two things. One, I think a couple of videos ago, I posted a video on portfolio tips, and I kind of talked about designers not stop focusing on your actual website, but focus more so on your work and your skills, right? That was a topic there. Yesterday, I posted a different tweet about it's 2018, and as a modern day web designer, which is a UI, UX designer today, a product designer, you don't have to code anymore. All right, there are hundreds of web platform solutions available to you, hundreds of them. Pick one, and you should be focusing on your UX design skills, improving that, and your personal projects, and utilizing these things for your freelance efforts. All right, let me explain. When I say you don't have to code anymore, I think it scares a lot of designers, because I think the reason why I say it's 2018, I think there is a definite shift, and I'm just going to say it out. There's no more gray area where I think designers were scared to actually use hosted solutions like Wix.com or Squarespace.com, or you can, I mean, there's hundreds of them, right? People were scared to use these because they thought it would take away from, it would diminish their skill set or their idea and their ability to be a web designer, right? Back in the day, you had to do web design. You had to know HTML, CSS. You had to know how to design, right? If you used a web hosted solution, that was considered cheating back in the old days, right? It's like, you're not really a web designer. You're cheating. You're using a web hosted solution, and you're ripping off your small business owner. No, today that has all shifted. And it's been so long. It's been 10 years now of this, where today or in this year and moving forward, you have to utilize, and it's now accepted to be on a hosted platform, right? If you're a freelancer, get your small business client and provide and get them, hold their hand and take them and point them to a web hosted solution, and then build their site for them. Okay, now some of you might say, a lot of you who are just starting out, Mike, wouldn't that small business owner just do it on their own? There's a small percentage that will do it on their own, but you don't want to work with those clients anyway. You actually want to make money, right? So you're going to work with clients, small businesses that don't have time. They're willing to spend $3,000 and say, here, build my site for me, right? I need this. And you point them to a hosted solution and say, we know it's going to be $100 a month for this. We're going to host your site on Wix. I'm going to rebrand it for you and build the pages that consist with your with the solutions that you're offering, right? And they say, all right, cool, go and do it, right? So you still have it's a win-win situation. Now, here's why it's a win-win. One, it speeds up the time where you don't have to focus on these non-essential things, which I talked about in my last video. And coding as a UI, UX designer is a non-essential, all right, for UI, UX designers, product designers. There's so much more. There's two sides of it. There's a freelance side of it, and then there's a corporate side of it. As a product designer, UI, UX designer, you have to build up your skills as a user experience designer. That is understanding UX design principles, understanding the flows, the requirements, and taking that through a design process, an entire design process on through a development process, right? That's the corporate world, all right? But that's where you should be focused on, right? And while you're working, you should be freelancing, okay? But while you're freelancing, you should be taking advantage of these hosted platforms for your personal site, one, and for your small business clients, right? For your freelance clients, right? Now, here's the thing. It's a win-win situation for all of you, because yes, you want to take these templates. A lot of these hosted solutions have templates. You don't want to stop there because a template looks like a template. You don't want to just change the logo and call it a day, right? Because every single site is going to look the same. You now have the challenge of taking this brand, this company, and tweaking the template to a point to where that company can call it their own, right? This is their brand. Somebody goes to that site, it looks well branded, though it's on a platform that is hosted and it did all the coding for you. You still have some work to do, right? A lot of times you don't have to reinvent the wheel. A lot of these platforms have standard pages for you, 404 pages, video pages, blog pages, and things like that. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you still want to brand it a little bit, right? To make it a little bit more customized than just a basic out-of-the-box template, right? Now, having said that, my analogy, this is why this is a win-win situation for you as a freelance designer, as a designer, because it forces you to now focus to less on non-essential things, which coding is for designers. And now it forces you to focus now more on the business, right? It now forces you to focus on helping that business grow, sales, digital marketing, sales funnels, email marketing, and things like that. A lot of these solutions have email solutions provided in them. I put my wife on, it says, let's say you're working with a real estate agent, right? You go, there's an amazing hosted platform called realgeeks.com. I put my wife on that platform. It has all the home searching for you. It has email drip campaigns and all that stuff readily available for real estate agents, right? The point here is they don't have time to do this themselves. It takes hours actually going into these systems and tweaking them. You know, you got to learn these systems, you got to tweak them and all that stuff. So what happens is it forces you to focus on really business-minded things, which you can leverage for your own personal entrepreneur endeavors. Right now that you're focused on learning digital marketing, learning sales funnels, learning landing pages and things like that, that's what you need to use and leverage for your own branding and your own entrepreneurial things, right? You're selling information products. Now you've gone away from spending hours and hours learning CSS and things like that, but now you're focused on actually solving and producing products and putting things out there where you can actually sell and make real money, right? And grow yourself as an entrepreneur, right? It's like the automatic checkout or the self-checkout that you see in stores today. It now eliminates the cashier. Though you might say that's sad, it's taking away a cashier's job, but what it does, it forces that cashier now to learn something else, to learn how to help customers, to learn how to solve customers' problems, right? So now they could learn a skill that's now more valuable for them going forward, maybe in sales or whatever, right? So it forces you out of a situation where, yeah, it seems bad as a cashier. Now, you know, these automatic self-checkouts are taking your job, but now it forces you to focus on something that where you can grow and really leverage for yourself and make a lot of money in other areas. So that's my point. You don't have to code anymore. You don't have to take advantage of these solutions. Focus on the actual skills and the value of becoming a UI UX designer first and foremost, right? Focus on your work and your personal projects. And then as a freelancer, utilize these platforms. A lot of us have been doing it over the years, but some of us are still kind of scared. Should I code myself? Should I do this? Should I do that? No, take advantage of these platforms and learn as much as you can about digital marketing and business going forward and leverage it for yourself. Hopefully this was helpful, enlightening. If you like things I talk about, hit me up in the comments below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and as always, visit my site, mlwebco.com. You can learn more about what I do and what I teach in terms of product, UI, UX design. I'm looking forward to helping you guys out. Hit me up, use my contact link, shoot me any questions you have, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.